Okay, so Guy, it's obviously been a very interesting, quite distressing. We both, from a personal, professional perspective, with all we're kind of hearing, the regular daily updates on the coronavirus and kind of what we're thinking in terms of the motor sector, motor retailers particularly, and challenges that they'll be facing, and really the essential need to start to very proactively carry out some detailed business planning, cash flow forecasting, and start negotiating with others, banks and HMRC, etc. My clients have been talking to me this week. We decided to put something out, to kind of try to help. You've been fundamentally important within that. What's your kind of thoughts around the areas that dealers should be focusing on, where we can help them?
Okay, I think the most important thing here is the speed at which this has happened. So it's very important this time of the month, very important registration month for all dealerships, is to get a solid forecast together. So start to work out what you think the pinch points of your cash particularly are going to be next 2 weeks. We've got a fortnight to finish the month off. Obviously the month itself is very important to the quarter. So very high sales targets this time of month. So people would have already assumed they would achieve a performance level within manufacturer campaigns. If that's at risk, that's a massive problem for a lot of people. So the crucial thing at the moment is to get a really good forecast together, what the big items are going to be, whether it's your bonuses, tax payments, whatever it could be. Make sure you've got these big items clear in your head where you think things are going to be. Because whatever's going on, the forecast you made a week ago is no longer valid. The speed at which this has happened, the downturn in orders, the way that customers are reacting to this, and obviously your own staff as well, means that the forecast you made a week ago you can put in the bin. You need a new forecast that's really robust and that you'll be able to update over the next couple of weeks. Yeah. That's another crucial thing. So clarity of what you're forecasting, what the sensitivities are, where the risks in the forecast are, you need to get on top of that very quickly.
That's great. And you mentioned, so that kind of produced then an output, and I guess that output is going to show quite a lot of downside sensitivity.
Yes.
I guess it's then about being proactive as soon as you've done that with your interactions with employees, with HMRC, with the OEMs, the manufacturers, and funders.
Absolutely crucial. You need to be able to go to the people who you deal with, be it HMRC, manufacturers, their funders, stock funding, for example, your customers as well, because you'll have customers that might be taking vehicles from you towards the back end of the month who are no longer in a position to be able to necessarily fulfil their side of the order. So you might have vehicles that you've bought in to, say, fulfil a fleet order, and that fleet customer, either an end user or a funder, is thinking to themselves, I don't want this transaction to go through. So if you're not careful, there's an upward pressure from your customers as well as a downward pressure from the marketplace. Yeah. So you might find yourself stuck in the middle if you're not careful as a dealership. So it's a two-way forecast. It's people who are expecting you to do certain things. Obviously, you're expecting them to do certain things as well.
Okay. And how might we help? What does that look like? We've put something out there today. It's our thoughts. We've brainstormed. We really want to try and help as much as possible. What would you say the next steps for any dealer or even OEM looking to help retailers or funders? What would the next steps be in terms of how we might support?
I think a structured approach to it. So helping you be proactive and get on the front foot of things as opposed to trying to react. Reacting is very time consuming, but also the speed of which things are happening at the moment. You might find you react today and it's obsolete tomorrow. Yeah. So we can help you put some structure in place, proactively try and manage and help you get the forecast together to understand where the pinch points are going to be this week, next week, particularly over this period at the end of the month.
And what shape would that take? A phone call, do you think, to start with?
Initially, a phone call. Just get in touch with us. Yeah. We've got resource that we can deploy. Yeah. Just be in touch with us. Talk about your specific requirements. The specific issues and concerns you've got, we'll have a conversation.
Yeah, and we've got the task force, haven't we, set up so that we can do that remotely. I think this is probably about as close as we'll be, for a period of time. Yeah. But it's all going to be, done remotely with the team. So, very, very keen to take calls.
Yeah, but don't leave it. The important thing is that today is very important that you act proactively and get the
Yeah.
conversation started.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thanks, guys. So please give us a call.